for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, 59.
Rip right.
Now it's Watson.
God, not ready.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
49's the Mike. I know he ain't got it.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first.
Let's go.
This is 3rd down.
Check 4. Single.
Mike's 50. 24. Mike's 50, Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Watch the slack.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
You better be ready next
Matt
time.
Milano coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bills take over first.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
20-yard line.
Check.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, watch the ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Motion.
Allen hands off to McCoy.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A gain there of 21 yards.
All day, baby. Let's go.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Hey, 4-1.
Mike.
Gun.
Back and watch the back.
Hey, Haywood.
Joker.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Half 10.
Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
Hey, let's go.
And they're going to set up shop
baby.
at the 32-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Mike 50, Mike 50. 1, 2, 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Round 80.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 32-yard line.
Mike 41, Mike 41.
I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd and a couple. Allen, he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there.
Alert. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, watch the edge, watch that.
On first down, it's McCoy. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not today, baby.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run it with McCoy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're at a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Half 85.
Throwing his hand
Here we
on
go,
3rd.
D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Check 4.
29.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know you feel that.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
50's the mic.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Hey,
19. Hey, 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Army.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's do this.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a first and 10 at the 17.
50.
Here's Coleman.
Touchdown, defense.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Ricky Seals-Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 39-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting.
And he's going to go down again. Michael Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Here's Watson. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Matt Milano picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run on 1st down. McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
41. Ready?
We don't want this. Single. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85.
Alert!
Watch tight. Tight end right. Slam.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
All day, every day, any day.
Middle.
41 Mike, right here. 41.
Stop.
Twist.
To throw, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Coleman now. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Mike's 49.
Stop. 54.
49's the Mike.
Back to throw, Watson.
You better be afraid of me.
Caught, left side, Hopkins. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Come on, baby.
The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 49 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Reset. 19.
Mike 50. Go.
Hey, 55.
Mike, zoom. Mike, 50.
Mike. I got him.
Hey, alert.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Get ready.
Watson.
Get ready.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Boom.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
49, check 49.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Hey, 59.
Bravo.
50, Mike's 50. 65.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Stop.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Topper. Let's go.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
But you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Three buzz. Mike's 50. 50.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
54.
58's the Mike. 58.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Alert. Here we go, G. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, 58 is the Mike.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
That's it, huh?
DeAndre
Good work, boys.
Hopkins.
Let's go.
As time
Let's go.
expires in the first half. And the Texans push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset, but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Allen going to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Let's go.
A gain of 39 that time.
Man, I got
Obviously,
you.
they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
51 to Mike. Wild Bill.
10th carry now for McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off 52. We go.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Calm the crowd.
They'll go again to McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go right back to Singletary. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Get him, boy.
Alert. 56.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 41. I don't think you got it, son. Check your hot read.
Gun. Monday.
41's coming. 41's a monkey.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We call that a sack lunch.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go.
Throwing Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
I'm coming.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 37. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one rips, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mike 50. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, 59. 26, check 26.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Singletary. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. that's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55.
Check the tight end, check the
56, 56.
Watch the edge.
Alert, alert, alert. Good job.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
This will be fielded at the 17. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go,
The
G, get off
third
the
quarter
field.
has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe lose your edge a little bit because you've got
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
64.
Motion, motion. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, defense.
To throw is Watson, sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Oh, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I'm here all day.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
40.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, pop, pop, pop.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike, 41 Mike. Record.
Mike, alert! Mike 41.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And the blitz does come. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Stay with your man.
On 1st down, Coleman.
Go!
he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
That's it, huh?
Tevin Coleman,
Good work, boys. Let's go.
his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 9, Allen, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Come on, boy.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hopkins. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
50. Mike, 58, right there.
Come on. You better bring it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And I'm guessing you can say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
from just shy of midfield. Watson flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. But now it'll be third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, 31!
58's the mic. 58.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
58.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Reset. 18.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
It's a party now.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This is Coleman.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine.
And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
49's the mic. Hey, let's get this.
Check 37. Check 37.
Hey, 59.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Escape, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
51, Mike, 51.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Let's go.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
And the Bills' first down.
51.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch left, watch left.
Target.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
Undercrush.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7, following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Where's that? Great T!
50. Hey, I'm coming after you.
On first down, Coleman.
Get it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I got him.
And Oliver takes the tackle.
That's it, baby.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Check three, check three.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Come on, set.
54.
60 Pittsburgh.
Mike's 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Let's go
The
now.
first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Get a roll. West.
Today.
Watch the shift, watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift, watch the shift. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On the ball. On the ball.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Check pass, check pass.
He's coming, double up. He's coming,
Now
double up.
Kamara. And
Wide,
he's going to be
wide,
taken
wide, get
down here
wide.
with a penalty flag on the
Let's
field.
run, fellas, let's run.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Out of the gun, Griffin. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready. 10,
54
touchdown.
54 Mike.
80 weapons.
Hey, dog. Kill.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. To throw is RG3.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Right here. Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Not today.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That second down run, a big help, as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Ricky. Mike's
Front left.
9.
Hey, let's pin the mirror.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And the Rams have got it back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ball trot.
56 to Mike. 56.
Throwing again.
Just like that.
Griffin.
Just like that.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
That's right, man.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Keep playing hard.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply If you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ready, 54. Mike's 54.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your
66, bullet high.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Griffin. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Come on, baby.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stop here, D.
Deuce.
They'll try the left side. Win. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
59.
Trip right.
You got nothing.
High 7.
5'9", Mike 5'9".
Bang out. Bam.
Big Ed.
Extreme.
Big Ed.
218. Trouble.
Showing 8.
Play action. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Griffin. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Let's go.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
36-yard line.
Here we go.
55.
60 outlaw.
55.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Bang, 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 bang.
61. Matchbox. Light.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Let's go,
and he'll
Lamar.
grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, yeah!
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
54.
70 ending.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Off.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Drop deep, drop deep.
Right there. 54, right there.
From the 41, Griffin. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Baby.
Topper.
Slot. Single the slot.
On third down, Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
That's what we do.
A little
Other
careless
way.
with the football,
Let's go.
and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
I got you.
That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Watch the whip.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
Let's go.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Check, 59.
You don't want none of that.
Give me it. Pick up the ball. Under 10.
They'll run on first down. Win. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
It's run.
And
It's
all
run.
the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there.
Good job, offense.
With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Flush to his right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
There we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress,
56.
as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch the screen.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
All day, every day.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They'll try the left side. Win. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Twist.
Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
You.
They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Your shot.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And his his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 3rd and 2, now Griffin. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 24. Check 24.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We're going to work.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 29, Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
3rd and long, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw again on second down, Griffin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Following the penalty, it's Camara. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
Let's go,
boy,
baby.
A real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Green 80.
Good job right there.
59. No chance.
On 1st down, Wynn. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Griffin. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. There's Griffin to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jaron Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He returns that punt 73 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Kamara. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Easy work. It's easy
Partner,
work.
we know
It's coming
today's
again.
NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. On the ground, Kamara. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
Let's go.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great play. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
I got wide.
On third down, Wynn. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go, boys.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
They run it again with Kamara. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Get in the weight room.
third down. Here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. They're going on fourth down. It's Griffin.
Perfectly designed blitz right there.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Going the other way.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second down and goal. Griffin. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, baby,
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a first and 10 here. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Check 55 to Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block the run. Match box.
On second down, it's Henderson, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Here we go.
Here's Griffin.
Check.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the back? There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
This thing is ugly. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Rams on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Crunch.
Ball trot.
Griffin. Man open, it's Cobb. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ready.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
He don't know no.
Running with Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.